welcome to Apocalycks, episode 10. Our big anniversary, or what is it? Our big, 10 years, 10 episodes. I am your host, Jed Mayhew, world's dumbest genius. Since this is the 10th episode, I thought we'd do things a little bit differently here. We're not going to learn a song today. There have been some requests for some songs, most notably a lesson on No Brains, No Balls, and a lesson on God-sized. So we will get to those eventually, but I am heading out to practice here. We are practicing again. We are writing new songs. There will be shows. There will be blood. But I thought I'd do a quick little, just a technique video here, just to show you guys some of the stuff that I do, some of the things I've learned over the years. These are just things that mostly I've stumbled across on accident through my playing or through listening to records or maybe a YouTube video. But these videos have been getting very long, so I'll jump right into it. The first one, if you're watching this, you know one of the things that I do all the time is muting, and especially muting the E string. And it goes like this. First off, we're in dropped E, so D sharp tuning, I guess you'd call it. E flat. It sounds like this. So yes, muting is very important. When I first started playing guitar, I held the pick like this. You should see how I hold a pencil. It's ridiculous. I was never taught anything. So I held it like this, and it works for like just playing punk rock stuff like this. But when you get into muting, especially alternate picking muting, when you're doing kind of that Slayer thing of sort of the... doesn't work to hold the pick wrong. So you need to be holding it like this. There are videos, obviously, that will explain this, but basically getting as little pick out there as possible and holding it like this. This will also help you do the pinch harmonics, which we're going to do later. But first, muting. So basically, this is more sort of stamina or strength or whatever you want to call it than brains, for sure, which is why I like it. And so basically, you're just going to lay your hand across the strings and you're going to let them still ring out a little bit, but you're just going to mute that string. And everyone knows how to do that. But the hard part is when you have to do that for a really long time or do that quickly and also or sing over it, and that's why everyone says James Hetfield's such a great guitar player, because what he's doing is really, maybe he's playing the rhythm guitar, but it seems easy, but it's actually one of the most difficult things to do as a guitar player. I always think it's funny though when they say things like, oh, Kirk Hammett sucks, or Kerry King is not a good guitar player, or Lars Ulrich is not a good drummer. I mean, or like people will say like, Anthony Kiedis can't sing. Okay, so anyways, muting. What will help you with this technique to get stronger, to get faster, is to play it to a metronome. And I have one built into this little amp here. So you just kind of pick a tempo, and then you can kind of mute and watch TV if you want to at the same time. So you just go... That's a good way to start, just sort of building it up from there, and then eventually, you'll get to a point where you can do it faster. Oh, fuck you, Dad! Oh, shut up! Oh, shit! Father's Day was. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Father's Day was just right around the corner. Behind the corner, down the street behind us. So muting, and then eventually, you'll get to the point where you'll get faster. I'm still not as fast as I'd like to be, but I'm a lot faster than I used to be, so. do that for a pretty long time. Ask my wife. Okay, next we're getting into harmonics here. I use these in place of actually being able to play solos. I am not a great solo guitar player. I am a good rhythm guitar player. So what I'll do, instead of maybe knowing what the notes are or something, I'll throw in these wacky little harmonic things every once in a while to give the illusion that I know what I'm doing. Ask my wife. All right, something that'll go like, so I'll do like a riff like this, like. And instead of ending that riff with like some sort of solo thing, I'll do a harmonic there, and then I'll whammy down. Unfortunately, I don't have my Floyd Rose equipped guitars with me right now. There was a, the city had a Floyd Rose buyback program, so I sold both of my guitars with Floyd Roses on them, and I got $50 gift certificates to Target. So what you're doing there is you're laying your finger on the string. You'll find the harmonics. This is not new information, trust me. You know. You'll find the harmonic. You'll lay your finger on the string. You won't press it all the way down. And then you'll pick it and you'll pull it off. And if you have a whammy bar, you can whammy there and that'll sound cool. And you can play around on the neck there. Some places have them, some places don't. Which is, I don't know what the joke for that would be. Anyways, so yeah, that's the harmonic thing that I do it. People do it all the time for different reasons. I do it to sort of cover up my lack of soloing abilities. I'm looking over here because I have a list of things I want to talk about. First off, just, you know, how I'm feeling about the reopening. No, pinch harmonics will be next. So that's, we covered that in the last video, I think. But it's the same idea. But when you have your pick held the correct way, see where your thumb is. What you're going to do is you're going to hit the note and you're going to drag your thumb across the string that you're picking. And when you do that, it's going to make another harmonic, or as they call it sometimes, a squealy. So basically what we're doing here is we're just dragging our thumb behind the pick as we're hitting. Again, look this up on YouTube. And so basically what I would do is, in this scenario, I would hit the string and I would drag my thumb behind it. And you see, sometimes I get it and sometimes I don't. The point is to get it. But yeah, there's more in-depth videos on how to do that. But that's something that you can also employ. It should be done sparingly. I saw Danzig a while ago, and I love Danzig and I love Misfits, obviously. But the guitar player did that on every single fucking riff. Like... Well, he also had his guitar tuned up, or turned up. And after a while, you're just like, Jesus Christ, it sounds like there's Danzig's guitar player. Okay, anyways, so there's that. The next thing I'll do a lot of is when I go into a solo, I don't necessarily know what notes I play. There's some people that, you know, pick this up like art or whatever, and they're sort of naturals at it. Guitar playing does not come natural to me. I've been doing this for 25 years at least. Yeah, no, more like 30 years probably, and I still I don't know what this note is, okay? I don't know what this note is. I don't know what this note is. I know what the open, I know that's an E, but no idea what that is. Oh wait, that's a 12th fret, so that's a G. I do know that, because open, it's a G, and 12 I know is G. Between 0 and 12, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Okay, so what we do on a solo is I'll do like sort of a pull-off thing to get me going, because a lot of times we are playing the songs in the key of E because that is the heaviest key. So I'll start on this 2nd fret of the G string, because I do know that if I were to play the scale of the open E, maybe Ben Eller or somebody can come on and explain this to me, but if I was to play the sort of an E scale, and maybe it's not an E scale, I call it the E scale, with open strings at the lowest point of the neck, so I'd go. That would be my idea of playing, you know, like an A minor pentatonic scale, like. And I played this one wrong, but it's actually. So, what I know is that this G string 2nd fret is in that scale of E. So when I go into solo in E, I'll usually, not usually, but every once in a while I'll start something there or I'll end something there, just because it helps me go from the low part of the neck to the high part of the neck. So if I'm soloing in E, I'll run down to that low note there. And you can do that with everything. Basically, if you look at it as sort of from here to here is the big neck, and from here to here is the little neck. So when it's so this note, the open E, is going to be the same as 12th here, which means 1 here is going to be the same as 13 here. So one of the things I learned just recently, this is embarrassing, is that you see these guys soloing lower on the neck and then they'll go higher on the neck. And I always wondered to myself, how do they know where to go, like higher on the neck? But they're just going like 12 frets higher. So if I'm soloing in the A region here, A minor pentatonic scale, so that'd be. So I could solo in this section. And I can slide 12 frets up. And it will sound like I know what I'm doing. So for now, let's see, okay, yeah. For now we're running out of time. That's all the techniques I have for today. Just, you know, I'm praying for you all, and I will see you next week.